Starting over can be overwhelming. The first step can sometimes feel like the hardest, and I think maybe that's because there's so much opposition and so much fear. We're not sure what's going to be on the other side of that.
I noticed in my life, for some strange reason, things that I always wanted to hold on to, for some reason, it's always been taken from me. And maybe that's because we're not supposed to hold on to anything here. I was married for 27 years. It didn't work. Unfortunately for me, in their divorce, they tried to destroy me. The biggest gift my mom gave me was to realize no matter what anybody does to me, do not ever have unforgiveness. One thing about forgiveness, it sets us free.
My relationship with starting over, whether it's in, painting or other aspects of life, it's been really challenging because it's been mixed with so many intense emotions. And I'm trying to develop a new relationship with emotions where I'm not identified by the emotions that come up, but I can feel them and then pass through them because I'm not those emotions.
I had a home, I had a family, I had established myself in the art community. I was very successful, but all that came to an end, and when that happened, you have to figure out what are you going to do from that point on. And so now everything is different.
I've gone through layers of unraveling some of my biggest fears. One of the biggest ones is the fear of being unloved. I pushed parts of myself down for most of my life and felt so incredibly unloved. This next group of paintings that I want to do, I don't feel I can paint them right now, but I can see them already and I know they have to be created. Creating is something that does bring me peace. I think it's going to be a huge part of the healing that I need to go through while I create these paintings.
During the divorce, the first thing I would say to my lawyer, I said, all I'm asking you to do is help me not lose my paint. And then, of course, the first thing they do is they wipe me out. And I'm telling you, that hurt my heart like nobody's business. That hurt my heart. I mean, these things were like a part of me, and they took them.
There's so many times in life where you almost have to let something die in order for something to be reborn, to make something new, whether it's, a relationship or a part of a relationship.
And so we're hesitant and holding back, but it's in embracing that fear and stepping into the unknown that we sometimes can achieve our greatest rewards and find our greatest treasures.
There's so much about us, about life and experience that we think we know and we've covered when we haven't even touched the surface. And when you have to start over, everything changes. You find things about yourself and you find things about things you thought are not necessarily the way you thought they really were.
It's just an opportunity to gain more freedom because the things that I'm dealing with have been there my entire life. Getting to live free from some of those fetters makes me incredibly excited, even though they're still holding me right now.
Hey Thomas, how are you?
Hey Brittany, what's going on?
Not much, just checking in on you. What are you working on?
Trying to get ready for the Prix de West show in June, and I've got to have 4 paintings, trying to get those all done for the show.
Our greatest need as humans on this earth is to love and be loved. And through community, we fulfill that need.
It is very rare, especially among artists. We're all in our studios by ourselves working to sell paintings and put in shows, but to have this place where we get to create in community with such an incredible group of phenomenal painters. I don't think any of us fully realize what the potential is in that and what can be created.
I've talked to a lot of artists who are going through hard times. No matter what you're going through, don't give up. Don't act like this is it. This will never turn around. No, have the faith to believe there is another side to this.
I think we all have been in dark places. There have definitely been times in my life where I didn't know how I would get through to the other side. We are the authors of our own stories, and when we begin again, we are invited into a new opportunity to add one more chapter to our story.